When you hear the word slavery, what picture comes to your mind? Is it a black man picking cotton or thrashing wheat in the field of a wealthy white man in the 1800s? Or is it thousands of African Americans walking down Capitol Hill? Up until just recently, this was what I thought slavery really was. The Office of High Commissioner of Human Rights states, the word slavery today covers, in addition to traditional slavery and the slave trade, these abuses include a sale of children, child prostitution, child pornography, the exploitation of child labor, the sexual mutilation of female children, the use of children in armed conflicts, debt bondage, the traffic of persons and the sale of human organs, and the exploitation of prostitution, and certain practices under apartheid and colonial regimes. For the next few minutes, I will be covering some pretty heavy issues, such as the cold truth facts of modern day slavery and how it goes unnoticed, the effect that the epidemic has, and what we can do to put a stop to it. First, let's look at the ugly statistics of exactly how much slavery has infected our world. This year alone, 600 to 800,000 people have been trafficked internationally. More than 3/4 of these people are women and children. Call and Response is an organization that estimates that there are over 27 million slaves in the world today. Human trafficking is the third largest criminal activity, just behind drugs and firearm sales. It is the fastest growing crime in the world today. This first visual aid that I'm going to show you is a demonstration of just how many people are in slavery. For instance, there are more people in slavery today than the whole population of Australia. The population of Australia is 21.5 million people. And if you were to take the amount of slaves in the world today and compare it to how many people can fit in Madison Square Garden, there would be 952 times that you could fill this Madison Square Garden. And if we bring this home a little closer so that you can actually feel the impact of how many people are in slavery in the world, in Portland, Oregon, there's 545,000 people that live here. And there would be 36 times the amount of people in slavery than the population of Portland, Oregon. Next, let's take a look at what kind of effect this has on our world. This monstrosity affects all mothers, fathers, brothers, and sisters. Oftentimes, if a father cannot pay off a debt, so-called debt, created by a trafficker, he will be forced to sell his children and as a down payment. This type of process usually repeats itself and causes a chain reaction, so the children that's in slavery grow up to be a trafficker. Disease and fatality rates are at an increase as a result from prostitution and sex slavery. Most brothels do not supply or require protection for their sex slaves, which include children. Diseases that have been contracted are syphilis, gonorrhea, hepatitis, and herpes. The HIV and AIDS virus is also one of the leading causes of fatalities in this line of work. This next visual aid that I'm going to show you is the different kinds of slavery all over the world. In Africa, for instance, Arab Berbers buy and sell black Africans as inheritable property. And in Brazil, they're lured into the rainforest, where families burn trees into charcoal at gunpoint. And in Thailand, women and children become sex slaves for tourists. The last but certainly not least, I would like to tell you what we can do as fellow brothers and sisters to help put an end to slavery. The first thing that you can do is to get involved. Ask friends to join up with you to put a stop to what's going on. You can also use your talents to raise awareness. Talents such as music, art, sports, and anything else you're good at can bring awareness and help support the cause. You can also research and see if there's anything in your community that you can do to raise awareness for this cause. Remember that these are people just like you and we could easily be in their position. This last visual aid I'd like to show you is two of the main organizations that you can contact to see information about what you can do. The first one is Call and Response. Now, you can reach them at callandresponse.com, where you can get telephone numbers and figure out what they're doing. Another huge one is the Emancipation Network. Now, the Emancipation Network brings people out of slavery and gives them a new job and a new life, basically, and supplies them with a clean place to live. My hope is that you truly understand the severity of modern-day slavery in your world and the long-lasting pain that it causes. Nobody deserves to be treated this way, no matter who you are. The next time you see a child, or yourself even in the mirror, remember how blessed and privileged you are to be free. Once again, I apologize for bringing up these ugly and disgusting facts, but they need to be heard, and let this fuel the fire to make a difference and end all slavery. Thank you.